Hey y'all, it's your friendly neighborhood panda here, back again with another episode. And we are closing out Pride Month with one of my favorite bands singing Nothing Else Matters, originally by Metallica. Guys, when I as well as a lot of other good rock fans, old rock fans, when they heard that uh somebody was trying to do acappella Metallica, especially one of their more famous songs out of their Black Album, because Black Album was something unique and something different. So it really garnered a lot of attention, and a lot of people just absolutely love it. I love it. So when I heard, when I, like a bunch of them, I'm sure, heard that they were going to try to do acapella Metallica, I was a little nervous. So to kind of understand those nerves, let's watch the original by Metallica and get a feel for it. Okay, so we're a minute in to this song, and it has been a minute of nothing but instrumental introduction, and it hasn't been all that loud or in your face. But I was on board because there was so many interesting things going on there. Some crunchy chords to kind of give it a little bit of that. Wait a minute, what's happening here? But also some very full and very changeable dynamics, and adding and taking away of other instruments. So an entire minute of nothing but instrumental introduction, but it is interesting. It still pulls you in, wondering, okay, what's going to happen next? What does this mean? There's a reason why Metallica was Metallica, and it is as timeless as they are.
So close, no matter how far. Couldn't be much more from the heart. Forever trusting who we are, and nothing else matters. Never opened myself this way.
Now, okay, I'm sure most of us, have heard the story that up until this point, quite honestly, if you listen to Metallica's stuff, James Hetfield up to this point was basically just yelling in key. Because it was Metallica, and it's heavy rock and metal, and it was part of the charm and mystique. But apparently for the Black Album, they were going to do something totally different. And so he had to sing, like really sing. And so he took lessons. He really put the work in, and it shows. Because he's using a very gentle tone. There's not a whole lot of breathiness there, though. And it is very clear. And it doesn't sound like he's having a whole lot of trouble staying on pitch. You can hear a couple of wavers here and there, but nothing too drastic. And so you can really tell he put in the work.
Myself this way. Life is ours, we live it our way. All these words I don't just say, and nothing else matters. Trust lost I seek and I find in you. Every day for us something new.
Ooh, listen. Okay, the harmonies in those chords in there, they're just slightly. I like using the word crunchy. That they just have that little tiny bit of dissonance that perks up your ears and makes it interesting. It is not in any kind of way off-putting. It simply adds to what's going on. And and I forget, please put it in the comments, the name of this gentleman here. I forget it. It has flown out of my brain. I don't know why. But anyway, point is, his tone is different enough from James Hetfield's that it again adds to that texture and that richness of what's going on.
Every day for us something new. Open mind for a different view. And nothing else matters. Never cared for what they do. Never cared for what they.
That's me playing pool. I'm terrible at it. So yeah, the whole like completely even missed the ball with the cue. That's me.
Never cared for what they know. But I know. So close, no matter how far. It couldn't be much more from the heart. Forever trusting who we are. And nothing else matters. Never cared for what they do. Never cared for what they know. But I know.
Now, this song, the lyrics are very repetitive. This verse, and the chorus repeat over and over and over again. So it would be very easy for it to be boring, to be irritating, quite honestly, just to hear the same thing over and over again. But you're not hearing the same thing over and over again. Every single time they repeat the lyrics, they're changing what they're doing with them. They're adding voices, they're taking away voices, they're adding instruments, taking away, crescendo, decrescendo, changing up the harmonies a little bit each time. So, yes, they're repeating the words over and over again, but they are not repeating them, actually, if that makes any sense. And so that was, again, a genius move. There's a reason why Metallica is as timeless as Metallica is.
Never cared for what they do. Never cared for what they know. But I
this iconic guitar solo that, again, we're sitting here and we're just listening to instrumentals. There's nothing else going on. But I'm not bored, are you? I mean, it's still just captivating with the kinds of notes and the kinds of chords that they're using.
myself this way.
now he's adding more of that rock sound and grit that he's known for. He's adding that into the sound because again, once again, same lyrics, different tune. Okay, same tune as well, but same different handling of it. So you're not bored in the slightest. It's awesome.
And I find in you every day for us something new. Open mind for a different view, and nothing else matters. Never cared for what they say, never cared for games they play, never cared for what they do, never cared for what they know. And I know, yeah.
And that guitar solo. Oh my god. Okay. This is the thing that you this part of the song I think is the most recognizable because it's got that rock anthem here, we don't care what they do, what they think they know. Nothing else matters but what we, do together. And then it's followed by this guitar solo that is iconic and it has been played off of in many different ways, tried to replicate or imitate. And this, I think, is what really makes it because they are, once again, transitioning into a new and different feel. And you do not feel like you are being, you don't feel like it's tired and done before, even even though you've heard the same lyrics. I mean, I'm repeating myself because they're repeating themselves. Sorry, y'all. But it just goes to show what you can do if you have the imagination to do it.
Never cared for games they play, never cared for what they do, never cared for what they know. And I know, yeah. So close, no matter how far. Couldn't be much more from the heart. Forever trusting who we are. No, nothing else matters.
Y'all, the OG, I mean, what do you say about that? I think we just need to see what Voiceplay does with it because again, they're all a cappella, right? They may add some editing and some mastering to the things that the sounds that they make, but they're making the sound with the voice boxes, okay? They may tweak it a little bit in the editing, but the original bit is all here. So let's see what they do. I've seen this version before, so I know there's a little twist at the end, and I think it again was genius, and I'll explain why when we get there. So let's go. Let's get started here. Now they're starting the instrumental what do you call it, introduction here as well. And if you look, like, there's 6 minutes 21 seconds. They It's basically as long as Metallica's version is. And as you notice here, they don't do a lot of changing in the arrangement. There's still the instrumental solo. They still repeat the verses and the chorus in order, right? And they do a lot of the same things, but what makes it unique is the harmonies and the extra little twists and turns in terms of harmonics and things that they add in there because they have no instruments. And so you're always hearing something a little new. Right now they're just doing the arpeggios vocally that starts the instrumental introduction in the others. But you'll hear it a little bit more as we go on. Okay, and I'm gonna get. So I know this particular one that they did features J Nunn. So a lot of times when the feature is usually front and center, and they have more attention and more time with the lyrics and the vocals. This one kind of spreads it out through everybody, but I think it was a wonderful move to choose Ellie to take the first solo, because he has that rock grit. To begin with, it's like, I think as far as I remember, that he used to do metal cover bands before he started up with these guys, and so he actually has that style to him, that smokiness and grit to his voice that fits absolutely perfectly with this song. So I'm so very glad that they chose him to take the first solo. Okay, I was gonna comment on it's interesting when you listen here. Okay, they're not using a lot of notes. There's a lot of that arpeggiation up and down, and there's a lot of repeating notes on the scale in different various places. But the order in which they use them is what makes it interesting. It makes it feel so complex. And of course, Jeff's down there being the bass guitar, and then yeah, no, he is basically, he is the bass guitar doing the bass part. And I find that so funny when he is being the instrument, you know, but it fits so well.
No matter how far, couldn't be much more from the heart. Forever trust in who we are, and nothing else matters.
Now, see, I think what they did was, in order to, rather than imitating the instruments, yes, obviously Jeff's doing the bass guitar part up and down in the background with just Ellie, rather than trying to imitate the instrumentation there, because it was a very stripped back song originally. They just went with it and completely stripped everything back. It is two voices here with some clicks, and that's it. Okay, and honestly, Jeff is just keeping the arpeggios and keeping a walking bass line there. The only really thing that captures your attention is Ellie on the melody, And so it is completely bare, and I think that was a good way to do it. Rather than trying to, imitate too much of Metallica, they just stripped it back.
Never opened myself this way. Life is ours, we live it our way. All these words I don't just say, ooh, and nothing else matters.
And now Jay Dunn comes in, turning it a little bit R&B, and then we have these gorgeous harmonies backing him up. So they're slowly adding things and they're changing things. And again, like I say in the last one, same lyrics, different style.
All these words I don't just say, ooh, and nothing else matters. Trust I seek and I find in you. Every day for us something new. Open mind for a different view. Oh, oh, and nothing else matters. Oh, never cared.
Did you hear that boom, boom in the back when they just sucked everything back? It's a subtle thing, but it adds a little bit of interest. And you notice that there is still no percussion here. They got some snaps going on, but that's not really what's going the momentum. Jeff doing that walking bass line in the back is what's keeping them moving.
Never cared for what they do. Never cared for what they know. But I know. So close, no matter how far.
And everybody says there's no bass solo in Nothing Else Matters. Jeff's like, there is now.
So close, no matter how far. Couldn't be much more from the heart. Forever trusting who we are. And nothing else matters. Never care for what they do. Never care for what they know. But I know.
See, and we're not even to like the big part here, but I've heard many reactors refer to Full Beard Ellie as a beast. They're not wrong. This is the point. I think Ellie has, and we all, everybody, if you have any kind of craft, whether it be art, whether it be your career, your your singing, whatever, if you put in the work, you put in the time and the passion, you are going to improve, and you are going to age like a fine wine in whatever it is that you're doing. And Ellie, I think, is a prime example of that. He has honed this rich and yet gritty sound that it has just every time it's a little bit better. It's a little bit different than it was before, because you can tell he is not just resting on his laurels. He is continuing to practice and improve. I think that's true with all of them, but in this particular song, Ellie showcases what happens when he has leveled up to Full Beard Ellie.
Care for what they do. Never care for what they do. Never care for what they know. But I know. Never open myself this way.
And the vulnerability with the way Caesar sang that line. It is quiet. It is kind of held back. He's almost hunched over a little bit, but never opened myself this way. It sounds so vulnerable. I don't know if he did that on purpose, but oh my God.
Never open myself this way. Life is ours, we live it our way. All these words I don't just say, and nothing else matters.
The rock rah, that Ellie has perfected and continues to improve. He's going to go past perfect here soon. He's going to level up into, this is not his final form, okay? That is what I'm talking about. He's perfect for this song.
And nothing else matters. And nothing else. Trust I see and I find in you. Every day for us something new. Open mind for a different view. And nothing else matters. And nothing else matters. Never cared for what they say. They never cared for what they say. Never cared for games they play. Never cared for what they do. And nothing else matters. Never cared for what they know. But I know.
There's the twist. True diehard Voiceplay fans will know Lane plays the violin. It is violin. Did this man, okay, he is a human drum kit. He is a human soundboard. And he plays the Can you leave a little skill to the rest of us, Lane? But that is, I think, was genius of them not to. This is the one place where I think they deviated quite a bit from trying to do the same thing that Metallica did, but a cappella. They added in the instrument here to take the place of that iconic drum solo, instead of trying to vocalize it in some way. And I think that was very smart of them, because it is something, again, a different way of doing things rather than just repeating. And I think that just, it works in their favor here. But I also want you to go back and listen to these high notes that Ellie and Caesar are hitting just before Lane grabs that violin. And by the way, as a orchestra and band adjacent kid, that gave me such a heart attack when they threw that at him, because do you know how expensive those things are? But anyway, listen to these high notes they're hitting. Oh my God.
Close, no matter how far. Couldn't be much more from the heart. Forever trusting who we are, and nothing else matters.
Stop. It's like, I know we're almost done. This is, again, they are doing what the original did and kind of pulling it back for that softer ending. But listen, if you, again, I cannot stress so enough, get you some headphones, because you can hear they're pinging all over on the different sides of the, they fade out and ping in every direction. That's what keeps it interesting and helps you sit back and go, whew, okay, that was awesome. Now we're calming down and I'm still interested. Fantastic as always, y'all. I love, like I say, I love it when you can find two bands as creative. One is timeless, and the other one is taking and paying homage in a different way. And they're creative enough that you appreciate what they're trying to do, even though they changed a little bit. It is still something so very interesting, and they're paying homage to the genius that comes before. They're creative enough to make it their own, but still, it is still 100% Metallica. And I think that's just impressive. Um, Metallica is timeless because of the things that they tried that nobody else had. Um, so, that I think is what made this a great song to begin with and a great song to pay tribute to. Well, y'all, I hope you all enjoyed it. And I hope you have a great day, night, morning, evening, whatever time zone you're in. And I'll see you in the next one.